What's up, everybody? This is Jeremy. In this video I'm going to be talking about the new 15-inch MacBook Pro and the 17-inch MacBook Pro. Apple, man, I don't know, today was pretty exciting. From the very beginning, it got a little boring towards the middle. They started talking about the 3.0 iPhone software, which we basically knew everything about anyway, but you know, you're always going to have a little bit of a slow piece, but they started off big as far as huge price drops, stuff like that as far as MacBook Pros. Let's see, they have a revamped version of the new 15-inch MacBook Pro. It has the same battery as the 17-inch now, so it offers up to 7 hours of runtime and 1,000 charge cycles. So you got a better battery now in the 15-inch MacBook Pros. They replaced the express card slot found in the previous model with an SD card slot, which is what most cameras are going to use. They improved the display quality, which I didn't even see that. The pricing starts at $16.99, which is a $300 reduction from the previous entry level. So as far as that that previous Microsoft commercial about MacBook Pros being at least $2,000, well, they need to change that commercial from $1,700 or less, because now the Lauren, or whatever her name was, she could get a MacBook Pro for the $1,700 budget she had. So that's a $300 price drop from the entry-level 15-inch before, so it's definitely awesome. They have 3 standard 15-inch MacBook Pro configurations. $16.99 is a 2.53 gigahertz processor with 4 gigabytes of RAM. I'm not going to get too much into the video cards, but 250 gigabyte hard drive and the FireWire 800 port. $19.99, which used to be the entry-level price, is now 2.66 gigahertz with the same 4 gigabytes of RAM, 320 gigabyte hard drive, and the FireWire 800. Then $22.99, which I think it was $24, I think maybe, for the higher end model 15-inch before. It's 2.8 gigahertz, which is more than most people are going to need. Actually, the mid-level's probably, the entry level's really not bad at all. But it's got the same 4 gigabyte of RAM. It's DDR3 RAM, not 2, so that's good too. 500 gigabyte hard drive in the FireWire 800 port. Additional options include up to a 3.06 gigahertz Core 2 Duo processor, which is awesome, because that's the biggest you can even get on the iMac, which was a little bit higher than previous. I think the highest you could get before was 2.8 or 2.93 for the MacBook Pro. You can upgrade up to 8 gigabytes of RAM, and you can either get a 500 gigabyte hard drive, which comes standard on the higher end, but you can get that added on the $16.99 or the $19.99 version. And you can even get a 256 gigabyte SSD drive instead, which is what I would be going for personally, because I think the SSD is just totally the future as far as hard drives. It's so much quicker. But let's see, minor spec update to the 17-inch MacBook Pro, and they dropped the almost forgot to mention this. The entry-level price for the 17-inch used to be $27.99, so $2,800. They've dropped that to $2,500 now. So I mean, even the entry-level MacBook Pro, the 17-inch, is $300 cheaper than it was before today. So, and when I get the MacBook Pro, which is probably going to be November, sometime in there, because I'm kind of waiting to see if they have a bigger release in November, I'm getting the 17-inch, or at least that's right now what I plan on getting. It comes with a standard 2.8 gigahertz processor, which I'm sure is probably upgradable to the 3.06. It comes with the 500 gigabyte hard drive, which I'm sure you can get the 256 SSD. So prices are being dropped on these. The minimum of any of the 13, 15, or 17-inch Macs or MacBook Air, the minimum price drop on all of those is at least $100, and that's for the 13 inches. The bigger that you get, the bigger the price drop. So there's no better time to buy a Mac than right now. So like I said in my other videos, check out the Apple Store, and I think you guys are going to love what you see. Thanks.